Hey everybody, Patchboyz here. We want to do this quick short so we can provide some information about our new sponsors, Underdog Wireline. You can see I'm wearing their merch here. So I just want to tell you a few things that they provide. Of course, they're in Wireline. In Wireline, they provide pump down, logging, pipe recovery services, and as well production work. And some of the other stuff that they provide. They have emergency shower trailers and cool down trailers for rent. At the end of this, we're going to put their contact information. They believe in us. We believe in them. And I think we're a match made in heaven. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you support Underdog Wireline as well. Thank you, guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz here with some more exciting news. So we got a little partnership going with Colin McClellan, also known as Frack Slap. You guys know him from the podcast. And, of course, the people from the industry know him as the Roughneck from West Texas, doing big things, right? So he's got a new app coming out. It's called the Collide app. It's a community-based app for oil and gas industry. It's a public forum, basically, where you can go join in conversations with other people that are like-minded or have like jobs in the oil business or different jobs, right? It also has a YouTube like platform where you can search videos and learn about anything in the oil field. It features AI. You can also ask direct questions to and get a direct answer really quick. Man, and if you're looking for a job, Collide Jobs is there to help, man. This is an all-inclusive app, fantastic for the oil and gas industry. I hope you guys can join the Patchboyz there. Thank you. Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz here. We're back. And we got another special guest. You know, we've been having some of these young cats from around the area with a lot of talent, and we got another one, man. Here with us is Abel El Zorro Mendoza. Yeah. So, yeah, man, welcome. Thank you for making the time for us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. Thank you.
Hell no, man. Honestly, and thank you for making the time for us, bro. Because I know it was kind of a drive for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah, I'm glad I made it.
Yeah, and we were just chatting it up and everything before we got started, and you just let me know why you're in town and everything, and you know, it's a blessing to have you here, man, because you're just in town with family, and I think that's badass. Somebody in your state now that's just climbing, you know, to come back to good old West Texas and come have a conversation with a couple of fucking guys out here, man. I appreciate that. So
yeah, for sure.
For people that don't know, Abel is a boxer. He's a professional boxer in the lightweight division currently still, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so if some of you guys might have seen some of the exposés and stuff that was done by CBS 7 here before your Korean trip and the Russian trip. I think they did both of those trips, so we'll get into that here a little bit later or whatever. But if you want to tell everybody where you're from out here in West Texas, and then where do you reside now and everything.
Yeah, so I was born in Fort Stockton, Texas, and was raised in Pecos, Texas. Moved to Odessa. After Odessa, I went to El Paso, Texas, and graduated high school in El Paso. And right now I live in San Diego, California.
Yeah, nice. So all West Texas roots right there. Man.
For sure, man, for sure.
That's badass. That's badass.
I mean, you've gone far, bro. Like, I mean, you look at everything you've gone. Like, I was looking at your Instagram. You went to Russia. We saw a couple of videos of you in Korea. So that's pretty wild, bro. I mean, man, that's a whole nother ball game.
It's a whole nother world, man.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in, especially Russia, it's like, like if you go to Mexico, if you go to even Europe, people speak English out there. You'll find somebody, but in Russia, it's hard to find somebody that speaks English.
Really? That's interesting.
It's hard. Yeah, I mean, I was stuck at the mall for the longest time. I was like, does anybody speak English? Just screaming out loud, stuck out there. Because they don't have the hotel, they got us like taxis. They were like Ubers, but it's not an Uber. They don't have Ubers out there. It's a different app that they use. And even when you get it, and you call them, you get the app and everything, but they get there, they call you like, hey, where you at? I don't speak Russian,
Yeah.
So it's just
that's wild, man.
World, man.
That's wild to try to navigate that shit. I see all the shit now with AI. stuff like that. So hopefully now that shit will be easier for you. I see the the commercials with the girl sitting in, I don't know if it was Thailand or where it was. And she has the both sides and she's speaking and the lady's speaking at a restaurant. Yeah. Like that stuff is cool, man. I actually work with a few Russian guys,
really?
yeah.
Nice.
And it's crazy that you say that because all the Russians that I meet, they speak fucking English. So so then I hear from you and like nobody over there is fucking speaking English. That's crazy, man. That's wild. So out of the 2 trips, which one was your favorite? Which one was the most fruitful? Was it? I mean, obviously you got to be with Pacquiao. You know what I mean? So that's I know that's a big push to that side, but yeah, how was that?
They're both unique in their own way.
Yeah.
Like Korea is more advanced technology wise. And Russia is just a really clean environment. It's like, the crime rate. It's because Russia's really strict. So because of that, it's like really super clean. People seem, nice, and I mean, well, I wouldn't say nice, but it just seems like it's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe out there. But think about like when I was out there in Russia, they I'm Mexican, so like we have a lot of sense of humor. We joke around a lot. And in Russia, they don't have that like sense of humor. Like
they're just stoic.
They're just
they've been through a lot too.
Yeah, man. They gotta fucking smile a little bit. I talk to, and it's crazy shit. Maybe that's why the guys that I meet and have come to work over here. Maybe that's why they're fucking over here, man.
Probably,
maybe over there they're like, "Why are you
in.
smiling, motherfucker?"
They probably didn't fit in. Man.
You need to tone that shit down. So one thing that I like to ask everybody who's up and coming, they're starting their career, and of course your career, it's been long standing now. Like you've got plenty of fights under your belt. Yeah. Where or when, how, it doesn't matter what took you to the place, but how did you figure out, damn, man, I'm gonna make a career out of this shit. I'm good. I'm really good, and I can take it far. Like obviously, you have to get to a point where you decide that because the work is gonna be insane to get to the next level, right?
Yeah,
so
I never really knew like how I was gonna get here or what I had to do. I just knew that I had to train and work hard, and just just like anybody, they don't really know or how. They just start, and that's pretty much that goes with everything. People just gotta start and go.
Yeah.
But shoot, man, it's been a long journey, and it's been cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen a little piece of it, bro, and it seems like you have a lot of fun. You go out everywhere. Like the people you've met, like that's awesome, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like all the celebrities. I mean, I even saw you with the Gorlock. You know what I mean? Like that was pretty wild too. You know what I mean?
How easy?
Man. How did that even go, bro? Like that's what I wanted. That was pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
Man, just a lot of influencers wanted, because of Jake Paul, they got into boxing.
Yeah.
So a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers, they decided to do boxing, and that's kind of what happened, and somebody knew Lord Gorlock.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of names.
Yeah. Al Weezy's the most.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's cool.
Yeah.
But they wanted her to fight someone, and she's like, "Hey, can you teach me?"
You down to train her? Or?
We'll see. She wants me to, man. We'll see, man.
We'll see what happens. Man. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I know. What do you think about that? Is that something like because you've been sharpening your skills for so many fucking years, man. Yeah. So long to get to the level that you're at. What do you think about this influencer boxing shit? Like this, to me, whenever it came up, it's crazy because I'm a lifelong boxing fan. Yeah. I've loved boxing my entire life. I like most Mexicans out here, you that's how your Saturdays go. If there's a fucking boxing match, you're going to your uncle's, you're watching it. That's the whole deal, right? And now when I see the influencer boxing, it just feels so fucking lackluster to me. Guys that have been boxing for 2 years, that's the entertainment that people are looking for instead of the sweet science, right?
Someone that's been doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of other fighters, they agree. But I kind of disagree a little bit because to me, I feel like, two things, it brings another world. It brings a different fan base to the sport. So that's one thing I look about it as a positive. And another thing, is that, like, Jake Paul, he was a guy, normal guy, even a Disney Channel guy, star, and, someone that, from nothing, he's now doing boxing. It just, it might show other people like, hey, this guy from Disney Channel can do it. Maybe I can do it,
Yeah.
So that's another positive way. And everybody, has their opinion.
That's cool, man. Honestly, that's cool hearing it from someone who has worked so hard at his craft, being okay with it. And I mean, that's the entertainment side of it, whether we like it or not. Boxing needs it.
Yeah,
boxing
exactly,
is
man.
needed. They need the entertainment side of it to get so that we can get into those, meat and potatoes fights, right? With guys like you, man. So who are you looking forward? Do you have a name looking forward that you want to fight? I know a lot of names that come out of your mouth and stuff like that, big names, but is there someone looking forward? Because a lot of people don't want to touch you. Like that, I've heard steadily. A lot of people don't want to touch you. They don't want to see you. And that's the thing with boxing is nobody wants that O to go, and so it's hard to fight someone tough and young like yourself. So if you had a name that you say, hey, in 6 months, you get down with them.
Obviously, the main goal, the top guy right now in my division would be Tank. That would be, that's the guy that I would want. But, I think that I would have to earn that. So probably like Pitbull, someone like Pitbull.
Man,
Pitbull would be a good
that would
fight.
be so amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing, bro. Yeah, like, and your styles, it's crazy because I've seen, I was watching your stuff, and your styles is going to be a pure fucking brawl event, right? I never see you, when you get challenged, when you have to box, you box, but when you get challenged, you step up to it. That's what I've seen in your fights, and Pitbull is gonna be the challenger, right?
He's there.
So I think that's amazing that you'd like to take that on. That's badass, sure, man. We gotta get something going, man. Hopefully somebody gives you that fucking opportunity. And like him, he was struggling a lot to get stuff too. Pitbull was, for sure. And his fame rose and all that. So hopefully, man, we're going to put this shit out into the universe, and hopefully they hear this call and they keep hearing it everywhere you go. Keep repeating the same shit. I'm just going to say it there almost every episode. Mendoza Cruz, make it fucking happen, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just put it out into the
Pecos,
universe.
Texas, right? That's what I see all the on your Instagram. You had Pecos, Texas on there.
Yeah,
that was pretty neat, man.
Pecos,
yeah. That's crazy. So, like, I know you go to, like, a lot of events. You meet all these fighters, man. Like, what's the one most fighter that you really like meeting? Like, that really influenced you, I guess, that you met.
Pacquiao was cool.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was real cool. Because he's just, I remember he was in the lobby. We're in the hotel, and he was in the lobby, and he was just playing chess. Just, after his fight, after his fight, he was just hanging out.
Just another fucking day, right?
Another day, yeah.
Wow, that's wild, dude.
That's badass.
What about Ryan Garcia, man?
I've known Ryan for a while. Ryan's Ryan, man. He's Ryan.
Hey, that guy's.
Ryan.
Yeah, I like that guy though, man. I like him.
Yeah,
man. We love him, man.
Yeah.
I think his brother's pretty cool, man. Sean. I know Sean a little more. His dad too. His mom. I know them pretty good. They went with us to Korea, so.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
Sean's a cool guy.
I saw in Korea you had a hard time trying to figure out what to eat because of, like, you didn't know what to order,
I didn't know, like, I guess the area where we're at, there wasn't a lot of options, and when I'm making weight, I'm on a really, really strict diet.
Yeah, for sure.
So we didn't know where the grocery stores were. We didn't know, we couldn't, like, really go somewhere to eat. They eat like a lot of pork out there, so it was hard making the weight. That was probably one of the hardest times that making the weight.
Fuck, man. Yeah, it's tough, man.
I hated that.
That's
and that guy, he weighed like 10 pounds more, right?
He ended up weighing like 12, 15 pounds more. Yeah.
Damn.
shit, man.
And that's kind of hard for you because like you're over here dieting.
I'm dying, you know, and that makes a big, like, if I didn't have to make weight, it probably would have gone different.
Yeah, imagine the strength.
Yeah.
It's depleting. Like, yeah, it's been a big deal, and we talk about Ryan because that was the next big deal. The fucking, you know, the 3 pounds, the whole fucking 3 pound conspiracy theory with fucking Mayweather and all that stuff and shit. Yeah. But Mayweather's been known. Mayweather's done it before. Like he weaponizes that shit, right? That's kind of gotten tough. I feel like, do you think that there should be like a stricter fucking penalty? Because you're talking to a guy, you know, you're going to give up 20% of your purse, whatever the fuck that is, right? But in that fight, Ryan Garcia is going to make 40 million. Yeah. So he's going to give up
like
$1 million.
A sponsorship, you know, and I mean, he makes a whole bunch more on just you know, endorsements. So, yeah, I mean, they did it smart.
They did. It worked, shit. It worked,
yeah.
So when did you start boxing? Like, who trained you? Who got you in it?
My dad. My dad put my older brother in it, and my older brother started when he was 8. And my dad wanted my older brother to be a professional, and so he put me in it. And I just kind of, you know, my brother's like 5 years older than me, so, you know, he was 8 when he started, and I was 3, and I just kind of always been there, you know, seen it. And yeah, I mean, after I was old enough to compete, 8 years old, I started competing, and I just liked it ever since, you know, and I just, you know, to me, I had, like, in Pecos, there wasn't a lot to do, so boxing was kind of my way out.
Yeah, and it was a family deal, so y'all did that shit together, right? No, that's fantastic. So I've been watching, you know, and one thing that when I watch your fights, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Every Mexican that watches boxing has that fucking, you know, has had that dream of walking out to Vicente Fernandez with the fucking spotlight and, you know, the flag draped around you and the whole shit, man. How does that, is that your go-to? Is Shente, that's it, Vicente, or you going to switch it up to some mainstream shit or
I've
later?
Had some other stuff, you know, one of my fights, I walked out to one of Kila's song.
Really? Man, that's love. Love. Shout out to Aquila, man.
Yeah, man, it was cool.
Damn. What song was
fucking
it?
Dope.
Rampage.
Oh, Rampage. Damn, that's wild, dude.
Yeah.
So
that's dope.
And I know you said you saw our last episode or heard it with Aquila, right? And Thomas and all them. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, those are good guys.
I keep up with them a lot, you know. I like to follow their journey as well.
That's dope, man. Yeah, like you guys seem very like-minded. You're driven. Yeah. So that's dope. You know, iron sharpens iron no matter what trait you have, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
so
we're in different worlds.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, it's all the same love.
Yeah. Y'all trying to get to the peak of where y'all at. That's dope, man. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a small fucking world, you know, and we got a lot of talent in this world too.
Me and Aquila, you know, we actually had 6th grade together.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's wild. So
he was my 6th grade. I think I had him for a few different classes when I lived in Pecos as well. So it's cool.
I think he mentioned you last time, man. We were talking about it. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. He always you know, he shouts out everybody from Pecos. Everybody who knows that from Pecos that, you know, that he wants to show love to, he's always shouting them out. So
yeah, that whole group is very supportive. You know, them, Underdog, Jessica, Justin, all them, and pushing everybody out, bro. So like, you know, thanks to them because they got us connected with you.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And, shit, I was kind of excited when they told me. I was like, shit, yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know. So and then I look at your Instagram. I'm like, dude, this dude's got all kinds of people you met, man. Yeah. Mario Lopez. You know what I mean? Like
fucking Mario Lopez.
I might see him again sometime next month.
Yeah.
As well. So.
Yeah, he's got a pure love for combat sports, for boxing, man, but combat sports altogether. Like that fucking guy, he's got a pure love for that. He
did the BKFC too.
Mm-hmm. He loves it all, man. Yeah. He really does. He dabbles in all that shit. Of course, in boxing, everybody knows he's a fixture in boxing.
Yeah.
But
so what's you got another fight coming up, or how's that working out? Or
Right now I'm negotiating a few different fights and just seeing if what's the best move, and you know, just it's hard right now. It's hard, without just trying to make the right move.
Yeah.
Trying to make the right move.
Yeah.
So we'll see, man. I leave it up. I'm a believer in God, so I'll just, I leave that up to God.
Amen, man.
There you go.
Amen. That's the best thing you can do, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully that next opponent, gives you the hype you deserve. You know what I'm saying? And gives you the fight you deserve. You've had a couple of these fights, and they're amazing. If people, the thing is getting the eyes over, but the fights are fucking fantastic. We were watching them.
For sure.
So
Man.
they're
I'm
great.
hoping
man.
to fight, even here in West Texas, one day. Just
That'd be nice, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be front and center. That's for damn sure. You know what I'm saying? We'll be front and center.
Yeah. That's wild.
Dope.
And like it's pretty crazy because you got a huge following on Instagram. Like I've noticed, man. Like you almost got 100,000 followers, right?
100,000, yeah, man.
So and I mean everybody's seen you and you meet those people. I mean you met like some guys, Oscar De La Hoya and all, you know what I mean? I was like, dude, even Dana White. I was like, dude, you know what I mean? Like,
fucking Dana.
How's that guy, man? Was
Uncle
he pretty
Dana.
cool?
Oh shoot, man, Dana's awesome.
Yeah.
Dana's a really cool guy.
Uncle
really
Dana,
cool.
man.
Real down to earth. I mean, just like you guys, man. He just be
chopping it up. Yeah, man.
Cool guy.
That's dope. It's just us with minus $1 billion fucking dollars. You know?
That's millions of followers.
Minus a bit. I might be a different. I'm not gonna lie. I might be a different motherfucker with those billion. You know what I'm saying? I might not be sitting here. I'll be on a fucking beach somewhere. But Dana, that's what we like about Dana
people,
too.
Man, money changes people.
Oh, for sure, no doubt about it.
I've had a few teammates. They made a few 100,000 through boxing.
Yeah.
And as soon as they got that paycheck, man, it's like they weren't the same person, man.
Yeah.
It's like, who the heck is this? Why is this guy showing up to practice on cocaine, man? Partying all night? Like,
this crazy shit, man.
I'm like, what happened to this guy? And
yeah.
Some people are able to find themselves back, but for the most part, most guys don't ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because it kind of like money, like it sometimes I guess it's like instead of making things better, it might even make things worse. Like that.
More money, more problems.
Like that money that they had, then they start doing drugs, start going out, then they end up with nothing, and wife leaves them, girlfriend leaves them, they're alone. It's crazy.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But at least you have the foresight, right? I'm glad, like, that's something that you realize. You have the foresight, like, man, I see these motherfuckers doing that shit. Like, a good example is Ryan Garcia, like we talked about, that.
Yeah.
They do it for the clout and the money, and that shit is heavy. It weighs heavy on people. You could tell. You can tell, like, oh, shit, nobody's talking about me this week. Let's fucking do some crazy shit, you know what I mean? And it's just not done the right way because now that you can monetize your face and everything you do, your face, any videos that you make, audio like we're doing now, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's so fucking hard to stay, centered. So, man, I'm glad you had the foresight and you see that shit and everything, but it shows the type of person you are. The fact that you're back here, you're here for your friends, you're here for your family, and man, you're even here with the fucking Patchboyz having a down to earth convo, bro. It shows what kind of person you are, man. So,
sure, man. I mean, you just gotta, what I've learned is you gotta stay humble. You gotta stay humble in life because you never know when you're gonna lose it all. You never know when something bad's gonna happen, and that's why you gotta stay humble.
Yeah, and keep your family and your friends, man, for sure. Because losing that shit, I see a lot of people that lose that shit. They lose sight of their family and their friends. Yeah, and they're not even fucking millionaires, or nothing like that. It could be something simple, and they don't give a shit. But that's family and friends, man. It's very fucking important, man. I see it's important to you, so.
Yeah, for sure.
That's badass, man. Hopefully people see that in you. I feel like a lot of the stuff that we do here is we get into, a person's personality and all that shit. And the people out there listening that don't know you just through Instagram or whatever, they get to know a person behind you.
Yeah.
It's the same shit as Aquila and Thomas, when they're in here with us, like they let that shit flow. So we appreciate that, bro. We appreciate you opening up with us and everything. So so California, man, I gotta ask, because we were in here chopping it up. Hey, you told me you're in San Diego now, so if you listen to some of our you could go randomly in our podcast and you'll listen to how much we love California around here, right? So do you ever get a lot of shit about California, like coming back over here to Texas or whatever? I know San Diego is fucking beautiful. I've heard from everybody who visits, it's beautiful. So I've always said, if there's one place that I'd go fucking visit, it'd be San Diego and Oakland, but I was an Oakland Raider fan at the time. So and now, now I probably won't, probably don't mess with the Bay Area too much. But so how is it? I know it's beautiful scenery compared to over here, but how's California compared to Texas? Yeah, you've lived in both, so we want to hear it.
Man, just the weather in California, man. The weather in San Diego, you just can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. I like Texas here because it's like it's home, but I love California because it's like the weather, a lot of the mindset that we have, like Justin, Aquila, so that support. I feel like I see that a lot over there, and here we're a little bit more behind on that. We were still stuck on the envy and he's doing this, he did that, and not looking at it on a lot of positive perspective. And out there, I see that a lot more than out here, and I think we're just a little bit behind. But I think that's one thing that I like more about California. At least in my world.
Big dreamers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I mean, you definitely know people in California. Somebody's, like they always say, everybody in California is chasing a dream. You know what I mean? And yeah, I can see that. I can see where people over here, where and I said it before, we're meat and potatoes people, where it's you get up and go to work until you're rich type shit, until you hit a certain level and you're making so much money and all that. But yeah, you're right. You're right. As far as that's concerned over here with us, we are. Yeah. We are. It's a different mindset.
I used to be like that too. I used to be like, man, I'm gonna beat this, or something, or this guy has this and that. And when I went out there, I just started, my mindset kind of just started changing. Like, he's trying, he's doing this, and I just, I started seeing like the way they think and why they think, and I just started changing my perspective in life.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's very humble of you, man.
Yeah, it is. Think that way. It is, man. Because here, like we do get into that cutthroat mentality. We're looking for the next fucking person's job. You know what I'm saying? We're looking up to it. Like I can see that, man, and it's freeing. I can see where it's freeing. Like when you say that, it frees your soul up a little bit
for sure,
to do your thing.
For sure.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patchboyz here with some more exciting news. So we got a little partnership going with Colin McClellan, also known as Frack Slap. You guys know him from the podcast. And, of course, the people from the industry know him as the Roughneck from West Texas, doing big things, right? So he's got a new app coming out. It's called the Collide app. It's a community-based app for oil and gas industry. It's a public forum, basically, where you can go join in conversations with other people that are like-minded or have like jobs in the oil business or different jobs, right? It also has a YouTube like platform where you can search videos and learn about anything in the oil field. It features AI. You can also ask direct questions to and get a direct answer really quick. Man, and if you're looking for a job, Collide Jobs is there to help, man. This is an all-inclusive app, fantastic for the oil and gas industry. I hope you guys can join the Patchboyz there. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? Excited to say we are officially sponsored by Underdog Wireline. Justin and Jessica, they show some support to us, and we appreciate the hell out of it. Look, these guys offer wireline services. They offer emergency shower trailers. They offer cool-down trailers and production work. Look, I'm not just saying that all they do is great wireline work. They do everything great. They send their best out every time. And look, what I also will say is that I worked with these guys personally on the field. The equipment is awesome, the hands are awesome, and the engineers are awesome. Look, I backed my damn truck up. They're right there ready to go. So look, show them support. Give them a call at 432-247-1033.
No, but I mean, just to see like your attitude is. I mean, because I can only think like I can imagine like when you're about to fight somebody, obviously you're gonna feel some kind of anger.
Oh yeah,
like
sure,
you really
sure.
just want to go at him. You know what I'm saying? Like
For sure. You have to have that dog in you, man. In boxing, you gotta have it. You know, there's, if you have a little bit of just a little bit of I don't know how to explain it, but just of not that dog in you, that where you like an aggressiveness, then it could go bad. You know, and it's happened to me where I've had bad nights like that. Like it takes me, I go up there and I'm nervous and I'm like, I don't have that in me, and I don't perform as good, but it takes me like 1 or 2 rounds to finally like, okay, I'm here in this fight. I gotta, knock this guy out. But for sure, I always try to have that mindset, that killer instinct, year round.
Yo, I've heard like people think you fight very technical too. Like you come into a fight kind of prepared, and is that how you come into like very technical till like you have to get a little brawly? Or
it depends who I fight. It all depends who I fight. Some guys I gotta go in there and put the pressure and just like a brawl. But some guys I can't do that. Some guys I gotta be technical because some guys some guys have like a heavy hand, like they hit really really hard. So I try to be technical and take them out technically.
Yeah, I can see you got both. And when you get pushed, like I see the switch. And man, it's so fucking entertaining. But you're precise. You're very precise. Your body work is really, really good. I can see both hands being very precise.
For sure.
So yeah, I like that you say that, because a lot of people get stuck in the entertainment phase of it, and a lot of people get stuck and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go out here, and they get smoked. You know what I mean? And it was that kind of push for the fans and for everything. Like I know you want the fans to be entertained and all that, but to have the wherewithal to pick and choose, that's where it's at. Everybody that comes up and is like, I want to be a fan favorite, and they go after people. I always think back to Floyd Mayweather, right? Like he was so defensive at the back end of his career, right?
Yeah.
When he became Money Mayweather, right? So defensive at the back end of his career, and yet he was fucking selling seats like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The way he did it was obviously with his mouthpiece, right? With how he did press conferences, with how he did that. Is that something you ever practice? Do you practice like media stuff? Is that something that you worry about, or you just leave that completely out? You just show up and it's you, and you just do a press conference and you go through it? Or do you ever plan shit like, I'm gonna talk shit to this motherfucker, and get it rolling? How do you plan for that media stuff?
I haven't really planned it, man. I just, like you said, I just kind of go with it. But I really haven't had, I guess, anybody that I haven't not liked. So it's been kind of hard to do that. But I'm hoping I get that. The tougher the fight, that I think it would motivate me to like, okay,
pull
this
it out
guy,
of you.
this guy is trying to take my spot. He's trying to take my food away. So, maybe it'll happen.
She gets me fucking lit up right now.
You saying that gets me mad.
Start getting. You ever want a mouthpiece? Just let me know. I'll do. You seen that Key and Peele shit where he does the translation? I got you. Like, fuck you, puto. And we'll get in there. I can do it in Spanish too, English, however you want. You know what I'm saying? So coming from what's your background? Are you like first generation American? Like
first generation American,
and from Mexico.
From Mexico, yep.
That's what's up,
my
man.
mom was born in Chihuahua, so she came over here. I think like 19 years old, and
wow,
yeah.
wow. Saludos para toda mi gente allá in Chihuahua. My family's from Milwaukee, Chihuahua, and Baeza. It's in Chihuahua as well, right next to Parral. And that's where my family is. We're first generation too. So saludos a toda mi raza, eh?
My family too, bro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah, Lubbock, Texas, strong. You know what I'm saying? Ricky's got to do ancestry. Ricky's got to do a little ancestry, and then so you can figure it out at what point. You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You know?
But nah, this motherfucker's more Mexican than he thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, so like coming from California and then you come back to Pecos, like I mean, it's got to be a whole different world, right? And then is it
Yeah,
good to be
shell shock.
home and all that stuff? Or
Yeah, for sure, man. I like coming back because it's like, oh, like this is where it's, it kind of brings memories. Like this is where it started, So that's why I like coming back home as often as possible, for sure. Because it's like it reminds me sometimes, as a human, you just kind of forget a little bit, where you start, and that's why in Pecos, I come back and it just brings back, memories.
Dope. Yeah. And who's here? Your mom, dad?
Both my mom and dad.
They're both live in Pecos.
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
and,
man.
I have a lot of family here in Midland. I went to Abel for a little bit.
That's what's up, bro.
Damn.
And, we hated y'all's guts, man. I was from fucking Alamo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
We were competing for everything, right?
Yeah,
I always thought that was funny, right? They would take Abel and Alamo and they'd throw us in the freshman high school and be like, hey, compete for all the fucking starting positions on everything. So we were always fucking as soon as we knew each other, we started fighting all the time. And then everybody would become really good friends after that year or whatever. I always thought that's the whole reason why they did that with freshmen. They're like, we don't want to deal with it up in high school. Let's just have one school over here, let them get the fighting out of their fucking system, and then we'll take them to high school. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy that in a lot of places, there's no school just for freshmen. It's always, you're in high school. Once you get out of middle school, you're in high school.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
That I've always thought that was, unique about Midland.
Yeah. And did you play sports in Midland or you just always box?
No. Yeah. I just always boxed, but I mean, I knew a lot of people here in Midland but
Where did you train at? Like
in Midland, I trained at a gym here. It's called Midtown Soldiers.
So you know Ramiro Hinojos then, and Little Güero Hinojos maybe.
I think I do. Yeah,
I think they trained there. They went trained there for years. So yeah. But that's wild though. So you trained for Midtown Soldiers, and that was what was the coach's name?
There's Frank Lujan.
Frank. Yeah.
There you
Frank
go.
Lujan.
Yeah.
That's Frankie's pops.
Yeah, we know his son.
We went to school with
Frankie.
him and everything. Yeah, Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, Frankie's a cool guy for sure.
Yeah, those guys are well known around here and well respected. And
oh yeah, for sure, man. I remember even as a kid, the barbers in Pecos, they weren't really at that time. It wasn't really like a style. I would always just get like a normal fade.
Yeah,
just for the longest time, until I was in high school, and then Frankie, he was like, "Hey man, you want me to cut you up? I got you."
Frankie.
And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I need a haircut." So he gave me like a low fade or a taper, and I'm like, "Oh man, this is cool." And so he would always hook me up with haircuts, and that was always cool about him, man.
We would all get cuts from Frankie, man. That motherfucker could cut, man. Yeah, and he'd just go to your crib, cut you up and shit, and you shoot the shit with him. Like, that everybody. I remember with Fabian, one of our best friends. Yeah, they were tight back then in high school.
Yeah.
Fucking, he'd fade them up. He'd be fading them up all the time.
Yeah,
motherfucker wouldn't even need a haircut. He's just fucking fading them up and trying different shit.
It was old school too. Be in the backyard lifting weights.
Old school.
Listen to Paul Wall.
Listening to Zero.
Yeah, absolutely Zero, man. Fuck, that's old school. You might, you know what I'm saying? You're texting, bro. You show them motherfuckers. You throw some fucking Zero out there on your next one. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
I'd be listening to like Zero up there, like at the gym, and
bro.
Oh, what's this? Like Mexican OT.
Yeah, it's cold shit.
What do you think of Mexican OT, man?
He's cool too, man. It looks like he's
he's the next wave.
Yeah.
He makes good songs, man. I like his music too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that freshman. I always watch the freshman ciphers when they come out with a new artist. Mexican OT save that shit.
Yeah.
That shit was horrible because the cipher is just like it's supposed to be like come out, do your best shit to introduce yourself as the freshman class this year, and Mexican OT came out and melted that shit, bro. But the rest of the motherfuckers were I don't even know who most of them are, but they were hot ass fucking garbage. I ain't afraid to say it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
So right now you train in San Diego, right?
San Diego. Yep.
And so you stay there all around, right? Or where do you live at? Like in the gym, or you got a place, or how's that?
Yeah, I got usually when I go out there, man. I used to live in Tijuana, but now I'm it's like an apartment, and it's like dorms for like other fighters as well. So
damn, that's pretty well.
Fucking
everybody stays fucking.
Hey.
Oh, was it iron sharpens iron, right?
Fucking right. In Tijuana, like I know I'd seen like videos in fucking gyms in Tijuana, and it's fucking crazy, bro.
Is it?
It's like 3 or 4 motherfuckers in the ring doing mitts all at it's crowded. Really? There's so many people boxing. Like I've seen some shit down there, and like the Tijuana Tornado. That's my favorite. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite fucking nickname.
When I used to live there, it was crazy, man. Like I saw a lot of just like a lot of people trying to rob people, and it was pretty bad out there.
Really,
TJ? Yeah,
I can only imagine.
I think I saw like somebody get like I think they killed somebody right next to where I live.
For real?
Yeah, I think they were they shut it down with the whole tape and everything.
Oh, they did? They usually don't even fucking put tape up. They don't even paint the bodies and shit, do the chalks or nothing no more. Those motherfuckers usually
it's but Mexico has gotten a lot better for sure overall.
Yeah.
It's been getting better.
It always goes in zones and shit. I always tell Ricky because he'll ask me, and it always goes in zones. And Chihuahua, there was a time there in Chihuahua where it was fucking really bad, like in central Chihuahua, Chihuahua, the city, and like it would get really bad and shit. Now it's really calm over there. Like when I go and visit my family and shit, it's really
they're starting
calm.
to catch on. It takes sometimes it takes a while. Like okay, we messed up. It's like Germany, Yeah. Germany, whenever they went through that whole Nazi thing, they're like, oh, we really messed up. Now it's time to make up for it. And I think that's kind of what Mexico's trying to get on that track, and they're trying to get better.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking
I think
beautiful.
Who knows, man? Maybe one day it'll be the other way around where we'll go back.
Yeah, you're on to something, my friend.
Because I mean, like land out there isn't as expensive, and there's starting to be more jobs out there.
A crazy amount of jobs. I know a lot of the Chinese fucking shit that they were doing, like all the Chinese manufacturing and shit. A lot of it is getting moved over to Mexico. Yeah. So everybody says it. I've seen it a bunch. That's why I got my dual citizenship. But they say it a bunch. And Mexico's the next superpower, right? The problem with Mexico is that they have the same problem every other country that's going to become a superpower is the government. They got to figure out the fucking government and see what happens. You need a knight in shining armor like the guy from El Salvador, that fucking guy. Everybody loves that fucking guy now. He snapped his fingers and you built the fucking
that's crazy, man.
super prison, and all of a sudden they're the fucking cleanest country in the world. You know what I mean? It's wild shit. It's crazy
man,
shit.
It is crazy. I mean, it's wild, but it also, I was reading something like, he did do a lot, but we've had a lot of people from Salvador, come out here too, and
they're not sending their best, right?
That's what I've heard.
No, it's true. That's what it is. Yeah.
So I've heard I mean, I think I was a politician. I don't remember who was saying that, that it's gotten a lot better out there with crime, but a lot of people that were involved in crime now came over here. I don't know I don't know. It's because it got extremely strict over there, maybe, and they just had to leave, or they were after them, or the police was after them. They had came over here. I'm not sure.
Why, it's definitely an issue that we're dealing with. That's for fucking sure. And then Texas, we're in 2 places that deal with it a lot, right? Yeah. San Diego and here, anywure in fucking Texas. It's 2 places that deal with that shit a lot. So
For sure.
I know you fought a bunch of nationalities. Now that we're talking about all these places or whatever, you fought a bunch of different nationalities. Is there any? I don't know if they all have different styles, or do you kind of see some trending stuff between nationalities, like if they're from Mexico or they're from wherever, you know? I know you fought the guy in Korea and all that shit. So do they do when you're fighting them? I know everybody has their own, you know, way of doing things when it comes to boxing, but do they have some of the similar attributes when you fight from one Mexican guy to the Mexican guy? Do they always just want to, you know, bite down on their fucking mouthpiece and go or stuff like that?
It kind of all depends, man. I mean, but yeah, I mean, for sure, like, you know, the Russians are kind of like similar to Mexico, but not like Mexican, just in like a different version. And same thing, like, it just depends, you know. American fighters are more known for being like technical, things like that. But I think about me, like I'm an open-minded person, so that's why I fight different versions and you know, different ways, and you know, that's one thing about me. I try to you know, learn new things every day, and I'm still learning along the way.
Yeah, you're putting it together.
Yeah, for sure, man.
That's good, man.
So like in Russia, I saw you had that hat on and that coat. Like it was cold, I'm guessing, right?
Oh yeah, it was super cold, man. There was a blizzard out there. I actually got sick out there because you know, I packed a lot of, you know, clothes for, you know,
Cold weather.
Cold weather, yeah, for the cold weather. But you know, I didn't expect to my feet, when I got there, my feet, they got full of snow, then they got wet, so
shit.
You know, I didn't have no snow boots. We don't get blizzards out here, so
I just next time you got to pack your Uggs, bro.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying.
Put your feet in
they don't fuck around.
Trash bags. Put your feet in trash bags.
Actually, I did that. Yeah, I did that.
Keep the water out of them motherfuckers.
That's what I used to do on the rigs.
That's
bro.
crazy,
Put my foot
man.
in one and then just kind of.
That's crazy. Everybody, I think everybody, whenever we talk about boxing and we talk about Russia, everybody's scene is like fucking Rocky going through the fucking snow.
Rocky 3, Rocky 4,
Rocky 4,
bro. Yeah,
just going through the fucking snow and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. Of course, back then, you know, it was the Soviet Union and all that shit was going on. It's a little bit different now.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know,
do you like Rocky movies or
movies? Shoot, yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
Favorite boxing movie? That's your favorite boxing movie?
Which one is your favorite? How about
favorite
that?
One. I think I like you know, Southpaw is a good one.
Southpaw is good.
That's good.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, I like Southpaw.
Yeah.
I think Creed. I think it was the second one. The second one was pretty good too.
Yeah. Third got a little weird.
Yeah, the third one got a little bit.
I was like, what the? He's fighting up. Like, it was a weird, like, poetry and, like, there's, like fucking drums going.
It got a little.
But honestly, I love one. Like, you know, and then two is good, too, because that's when he takes him out, right? Like, into, like,
the desert.
Oh yeah, the one. Actually, yeah, Creed 1 was probably the best one. Yeah,
dude, he takes him out, and then, like, you know, and then all that shit's good.
For sure.
Puts him in the tire with the other fucking guy, and they're
like
just
criminals and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it's fucking crazy shit.
Without there in the desert, and that's where that guy's dad he boxed the guy that was in the Euphoria. Oh, I forgot his name. The kid. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think.
I can't think.
Have you guys seen Euphoria?
I've seen Euphoria. Yeah,
I've seen Euphoria.
The kid that dies.
Yeah, the little Mexican kid.
Yeah,
that gets shot, right, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
His dad's a fight. Oh, that's his dad.
His dad was one of the guys that was training there, and
oh shit,
and that's how he met Sylvester Stallone, and he tried out for that movie, and then
okay.
That's crazy.
And he's actually became a boxer. He grew up boxing, and gymnastics, but he turned pro. One of Jake's Paul undercard.
Wow,
I didn't even know that.
That's a
bro.
good fucking story. I had no idea. That's dope. I'm over here, Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's over here in another fucking, you know.
But I do know what you're talking about. That's crazy. I didn't even know that, dude. I have to look that up. You know, speaking of the recent Jake Paul fight, right? And Mike Perry. You think that's a big difference, like with the gloves? I'm sure it is, but like, what do you think exactly when it comes to Mike Perry and Jake Paul?
Man, well, I haven't really fought with my bare fist in a while.
Yeah, it's not recommended. That guy's a fucking savage, though, man. He really is.
Mike Perry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fucking savage.
I think it is. I think there is a little bit of a difference. Yeah, for sure. I think that boxing does help you, like, because you know how to punch. You know how to punch, and you got good reflexes. So, I think that boxing comes along the way. And the athleticism, makes a big difference as well.
Yeah.
The strength, so it does help out. And I think just maybe Jake Paul was I guess he was just a better athlete that night. I guess he's just a better man.
And
because
Jake Paul's
he has better
huge.
coaches. He has better a better team, better resources. So, Mike he fell short that night.
He sure as hell did,
Yeah,
bro.
he
He
did,
disappointed me a little bit that
Yeah.
night. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, dang, you know, like
And that might be like a lot of people talk crap about Jake, and that might be like the reason why he's doing it. Like, I want to prove these guys wrong, and but just that's maybe one of the reasons why he's continuing to pursue this.
What do you think about his call out to Pereira?
yeah.
We'll see, man. I mean,
I see
he's just
Pereira
he's
disappearing
trying to
people.
build. He's just trying to build and hype things up.
Yeah.
Just
He's
like
good at
anyone.
it.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't know about the calling Tyson out though. Like I was like, dude, the dude's like an old man. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just
No,
kind of
man.
weird to me. It's one of those things. Like, it's like watching Balboa, the fucking movie Balboa, right? Like,
Rocky Balboa, yeah.
He built those fucking hurting bombs, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But
just watch the way you talk about Rocky.
hey, hey,
I'm a huge Sylvester Stallone fan.
that whole movie
I
Balboa.
don't know if I heard, but I heard that Sylvester Stallone used to be like into like porn or something. Like he was a porn star.
Yeah, I
Really?
heard that too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard
Hey,
that too.
I can just take that,
think I
baby. I can just fucking imagine that shit. Bro. That's fucking hilarious. Nah, I never heard that, but Ricky's.
I think so.
If it is, this motherfucker's gonna find it. I'll tell you that right now.
He'll find the videos.
His dream is like fucking Sylvester Stallone and fucking Arnold there, just fucking.
lifting
Hey,
weights. And,
what are you doing? Man? Come on, man. You're fucking, that's his wet dream,
that's
bro.
funny,
He's just
dude.
fucking him just lifting weights and fucking leotards or whatever the fuck he dreams about, right? But,
Hey, but no, that's
it's
funny that you
hilarious.
brought that up because
Yeah.
I honestly I didn't even kind of forgot about it, or like it goes to one ear out the other because
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to
kinda
think of a
just-
man.
you don't
like
want to think about
yeah.
that shit, yeah.
But he brought it up, and I was like, oh man, I think that is kind of true. I think I have heard that. Bro.
And out here, like people around here, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like, Sylvester Stallone came down here and just fucking saved the whole town or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. But people around here love that motherfucker. Like
Oh, yeah.
sure,
I
bro.
love the
everybody
shit
that
out
I
of
talk to, they're like, yeah, what movies? Oh, there's fucking Tulsa King coming out, bro. Like fucking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I didn't think it was that fucking good. It's like I'm
Rambo.
speaking heresy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Rambo.
Yeah, I like Rambo
yeah, you
too,
can't
man.
deny Rambo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
What kind of movies you like to watch? You like to watch anything? Or
I
watch
like
TV
thriller.
series?
I've been getting into like thriller.
nice,
Yeah,
man.
man.
I like thriller too, but sometimes I get anxiety, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm just
That's
why I
fun.
like it.
It's kind of fun though,
Yeah,
right?
it's
The
like-
fucking
So
anxiety. that hits
sometimes
you.
you don't get anxiety just by living a normal life. So you
Yeah.
got emotion.
yeah.
I like to.
You got to get a little punch of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get a
Yeah.
little taste of it.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
Bro, but-
Long Legs. I want to watch Long Legs.
I've heard everybody says it's good.
Everybody says it's amazing,
Yeah.
so I'm
I
really
watched one yesterday. It was called "Talk to Me."
haven't seen that.
It was
Yeah.
pretty.
You like
Pretty
Cobra
good.
Kai?
Cobra Kai? I haven't watched the last season, but yeah,
Yeah,
the other
right.
season- yeah, that
I
one
just
was
killed it the other day. This guy was
Yeah.
making fun of me.
I wasn't
it's-
making fun of you. I was just
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm watching. I told him, hey, you watching these fucking UFC fights. This last crop of UFC fights were amazing. Like
Yeah.
it was a underrated card. One of those cards is like, whatever. But fucking everybody was getting knocked out. Like it was just
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah, for
KO crazy that night. And I was telling him, you watching the fight? Nah, bro. I'm watching Cobra Kai. I don't have
I'll
time
catch
for
the
that
main
shit.
event in a minute.
Okay, well, fuck.
But my friend took karate. He's like, yeah, man, karate's not like that, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool. That's
It does look
right?
cool. The story of the plot.
I tell them all the time, like I got these guys to watch it at work, and when next you know we're breaking boards with our hands and shit out there, like we're fucking, you know what I mean, like, all kinds of crazy shit. But I think it's entertaining as shit. I love it. But I was like, I had to ask you because this son of a bitch gave me so much shit over last time. Like, hey,
and the fucking gym, the gym exists. So Cobra Kai, if you don't know, the gym exists. We had the owner in here, right?
No
Joe
way.
Daddy Stevenson.
Yeah.
We talked to him via Zoom, right?
Yeah.
But he's one of our favorite fighters that we grew up with watching in MMA, and he's at that gym, Cobra Kai, man.
And he says like, they get a lot of reviews where people are like, they're not even here, the real stars, and all that shit. Like, he's like, what the hell? Like,
it's in Victorville.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Victorville.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's dope. It's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Good.
She has ear aids, and it's kind of like this.
Oh yeah, just kind of like
you can hear everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like noise. Everything else that's kind of fuzzy and noise canceling, like it goes away. Yeah, this noise canceling shit goes away, so you can hear the sharp noises. It's fucking crazy, man. You get used to it.
Yeah, I'm glad we brought that up, man. I like the movie thing. Like, I think a lot of people don't know. Like you said, a lot of people don't really know who he really. They always go straight to boxing. But you talking about how you watch Sylvester Stallone. I just have so much fucking respect for you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I already have a lot of respect for you to begin with. But I mean, like right now, you're up here, bro, because Creed and all that shit. That's my shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
When I saw Stitch on there, Creed. I was passed out.
Stitch Duran. Yeah, we love Stitch Duran. The cut man. Cutmen don't get a lot of fucking respect.
Yeah,
you know
man.
We should normalize cutmen respect.
That's
Absolutely.
For sure,
absolutely. And that fucking guy, we were such big fans of him. It's crazy. Of course, us being, Hispanic, like the whole shit, like Stitch was like a superstar to us. And we took pictures with him in Houston or in Dallas, I mean, and because we were there for a fight. And that guy, obviously he had a bad exit out of the UFC because that's where he started. But now in boxing, I'm glad he found a home in boxing, and a lot of people employ him now. So
yeah, for sure, man.
That's cool.
He's up there on like almost every ESPN fight. So
that's cool. So in your corner, you got your pops in your corner, or
no,
is it just your coach?
I have my coach, an assistant coach, and then the cut man.
Nice. So nice.
And if it's like a title fight, we can have 4. So
okay, cool.
And actually each state is different. So some will allow 4, some will allow 5. It just depends on the state. Man.
So like, does your nose bleed a lot when you fight? I'm just kind of curious because my shit bleeds like crazy.
Not that you've been in that many fights, motherfucker.
Not a lot. But.
Yeah, he bleeds real easy. That's why he's asking that question.
Well, like, I also want to know about how they show those things in your nose? Like, does that fucking hurt? Or
yeah, it's supposed to stop the bleeding.
What is it? What is exactly in it? Because I've never really looked at it.
They'll put like Vaseline.
That's what I was thinking.
To get it, just to get it to stop a little bit.
To stop, yeah.
Okay,
like the Vaseline will have like adrenaline, and that adrenaline will help stop it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, really? I didn't know I did that in there. That's a new one because I didn't know put adrenaline in.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know exactly what they put in them. I just know they
every Cutman, they'll have like different methods,
their little tricks and stuff,
different medications, and some will use something else, and it just that's their job. I don't know.
Yeah, that's their shit. You just like, hey, make sure your boy don't bleed out in this bitch.
So like when you're in your corner and you got a hard fight, right? What would you think your hardest fight was that you had?
I had a really tough fight when I fought here in Midland one time. It was like maybe like 3 years ago at the La Hacienda.
I'm about to say that. I remember that.
Yeah. But it wasn't really so tough. It was more like myself. I wasn't like myself.
Yeah.
Like I didn't train the way I was. I had a lot going on at that time, and I just wasn't like prepared the way how I should have been. So it was more like I didn't really like. It was more like the fight was against myself.
Yeah.
Than the other guy, because the other guy he wasn't better than me. He wasn't, but because of the fact that I wasn't myself that fight, I made it, harder than what it should have been.
Yeah, and when you see your next opponent, like the opponent that you're gonna have, and in your mind, like of course we all do this in anything that we do, like that ain't shit. I got it. You know what I'm saying? I know this guy. Say it's a guy I know this guy. Does that factor in, or you prepare the same, or sometimes that factors into how hard you push yourself?
Yeah,
Or
for sure. Sometimes
the opponent.
the opponent, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
So have you ever been like in like a corner where your coach or whoever was like you telling yourself and it really pepped you up to where like I gotta win this shit, like, you know what I mean, like, you know how you see in the movies and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
for sure, man, for sure. I think a lot of times most of the fights that I've been on, they've always cheered against me.
Yeah.
And it's always like, sometimes like, I don't know why, man, but sometimes I do hear like stuff. I'll pay attention like
To what the fucking crowd is saying.
What's going on, or I'll hear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And every fight has been different. Sometimes I zone in, but sometimes like I'll like hear this guy like, what's this guy saying? Like, why? I'll hear the crowd like do this or that, and sometimes a lot of times they'll talk crap like my last fight in El Paso, I heard a guy like he would just scream out loud, "The fuck you doing, Abel?" And I'm like, damn, like
And you could hear him.
I could hear him like so. In that fight, it like I had that start where I was like I didn't really have that dog in me at first. Like it's just the nerves.
Yeah.
Sometimes you tense up and you just got a lot going on, and sometimes it overwhelms you. And that night was one of those nights, bad nights. But when I heard that guy, it kind of like clicked. Like oh shoot, I go back to my corner and I kind of like wake up. Like it was weird, but I like I kind of felt it.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope for that shit to happen. Just
I mean, you even saying that about a crowd, like I don't think about that. Like, and people do your shit right all the time. Like,
sure, man,
you know what I mean? And you don't want to give them that recognition, like you heard them either. You're like, you know what I mean? I think I would like, you know what I mean? Like, but that's pretty wild though.
I can imagine it's fucking hard. Like you receive a ton of fucking criticism.
Oh yeah,
all
man.
the fucking time.
The fight fans, fight fans. Man.
Oh man. I'm one of them. I talk a lot of shit, man. Bro. That's what it is.
Yeah. And it's not like the fight fans are different than like golf fans. You know, the world of the fight world is different. And this sport, it's hard, man. There's always criticism.
It's fucking cutthroat.
Sometimes I wish it was different, like golf or tennis. And I'm sure it could get a little bad there.
Yeah.
In their world too, but not as bad as the combat sports.
Nah, no way, because it's encouraged, right?
Yeah.
Like we're encouraged. Like I used to, as a young teenager, we'd go to bars. My uncles would take me to bars, whatever, and to go watch the fucking fights or whatever. And it gets fucking wild in that motherfucker. And motherfuckers are like cursing people's fucking families and shit.
Yeah.
And it gets crazy, man. And I say I'm one of those too, because you get emotionally invested. Like after this, getting to know you as a person. When I see your next fight, you best believe I'm gonna be emotionally invested.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be there to knock him the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be.
Sure.
And it's almost like you want that person.
Yeah.
You want that person to feel your energy, almost
sure,
like that.
Sure.
You know.
And it's like,
crazy.
and I understand that. Like sometimes, like I'll go out and I'll fight somebody. And they'll be their fans, their fans will be like, knock them out. And I'm like hearing them like, shoot, man, knock me out.
I'm going to get this motherfucker. That's dope. Dude. But whatever it takes, right? Sometimes they feel you. Yeah. They feel you. So that's fucking amazing, man. Like, yeah, man.
That's awesome though, man.
That's cool insight. I like that shit. A lot of people, the generic answer.
Yeah.
Nah, it's fucking. I don't even hear shit. You know what I'm saying? I zone out, and sure, and I'm sure at some points that happens. But
it does happen sometimes. Most of the time, I do zone out. But sometimes, I like in school, man. It was always hard. Like every little thing, it was hard to pay attention. Like, what's this guy doing? Like, and like, it was just like
squirrel.
I think yeah.
Just everywhere. Your senses are crazy, bro.
It's like crazy. Like Armin Sarukian. So Armin Sarukian, I don't know if you know him, up and coming UFC fighter. He should be fighting for the title next, right? Armin Sarukian actually got in deep shit because if you remember in the last fight, Armin Sarukian was coming out. He actually punched a fan.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, on his way to the octagon.
I saw that.
Yeah, they were
yeah.
talking shit, and it's normal in UFC. That's why they have the full security crews coming out with these guys. But a fan said something to him or something, or they touched him. I don't remember what the whole fucking story was, but he fucking reached out and clocked him. And then went into the ring, beat the fuck out of the guy, and won the fight. And he was up for a title shot, and he got in deep shit because they went after him. So it's one of those things that you can... you guys are people, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is.
That's happened, like I've had some, people like crazy people that have like talked a lot of mess, man. Like, like they've talked bad mouth me like bad, like, and they'll message, and it's weird, man. Like, I had one guy that he would like message me. It'd be like late at night, and he'd be like, "Oh, you're Abel Anal." He would call me Anal.
Oh hell nah, bro.
He would just do that a lot. He would comment. Then I blocked him. Then he would comment, like people, like fans would take pictures of me. Then he would comment on their post, and my team's post, and it just got like obsessive, like
that's fucking
wild, that happened with a few different people, and it's like, man, like it's not that serious, it's just take a chill pill.
You need to hire you need to hire a little security, holla at your boy. I don't mind getting a little dusty, you know what I'm saying?
Big Lou, the one that watches Aquila, bro.
Hey, holla at your boy. I don't mind getting a little dusty with motherfuckers. Hey, this guy's just at home, fucking keyboard warrior.
Oh yeah,
fucking
for sure,
having
man.
this
These
fucking
guys, for sure. These guys, man. It's crazy, man. To me, it's like, what do you get out of it? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it makes them feel alive in some ways.
To get a rise out of you or something.
A little like higher, I don't know.
Who fucking knows? But whoever that guy, fuck that guy. If you want to out him, out that motherfucker. Fuck him. Straight up, coming from Patchboyz, fuck that puto. We got all day. I got all day, bro. I got the time. You know what I'm saying? So fuck that motherfucker.
I have like a fake kind of Twitter account. I can follow this some bitch.
We got our ways around here, bro. So we got you, man. But man, we appreciate all that insight. One thing I wanted to ask you, because your family is from this region. We're very oil and gas oriented.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here, so I wanted to ask: is that something you grew up seeing? Is that something your family did? Were they involved in oil and gas, how did you grow up? Within this community, you know what I mean?
So my grandpa, he was my dad's dad. He moved to Pecos, and he brought my dad when my dad was like a baby, maybe like 5. So he grew up in Pecos. And at that time, though, I'm not sure when it was, but it was more, Pecos was more known for agriculture. So that was, the Pecos cantaloupes. And
beautiful.
At that time, they had like more stuff like onions and watermelon. And that's where my grandpa did for a living. He picked cantaloupes and watermelon, onion. I think Chile as well. I'm not sure what else they grew, but I know for sure they did that. And my uncles did that as well. My dad, when he was young, he worked in called Las Yogas.
Las Yogas, yeah, man.
And that's what a lot of my uncles did as well. And then, of course, when the oil boom hit, all my family, they
made the transition,
transition into the oil field. And man, I mean, I look up to my family a lot because they're really hardworking, and they've always had that hard work ethic.
Man, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. All this shit. I think a lot of people do sleep on the agricultural side of Texas, man. And honestly,
Pecos for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I would love to see that surge back. I know here we still had the cotton. Cotton mill, or what I'm saying, cotton gin, or whatever they fucking call it. I don't know, whatever. but here, that's what the main thing, right? Oil field, and then the agricultural side of
for sure.
That was mainly cotton, right? But yeah, man, that's all fucking West Texas.
And I feel like they kind of like because everybody always talk about Pecos cantaloupes and Pecos, and I've had a few before, just back and forth, grab some. But like people are always like, man, like I don't people who are new here, they're like, I wouldn't think that Pecos had cantaloupes. I'm like, dude, that's what they were known for,
Some
right?
of the
Like,
fucking best, bro.
yeah, and you clarifying that's pretty good. And I never talked to anybody that's actually picked like cantaloupe or stuff like that.
Yeah, actually, that was my first job. I worked there with my grandpa, a few of my cousins, and yeah, man, it was hard.
That's tough.
Tough.
That's tough shit.
Man,
You know, a lot
summer and
oil and gas. We say oil and gas is one of those tough things, man. Shit, agriculture is no fucking joke.
Yeah, it was hard, man. It was hard.
I don't know if that's some harsh bent over all day picking, bro.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
well, we would it depends what we were doing, but like there was like a way that we would do it. So there would be somebody picking, but then there'll be somebody passing in and somebody else passing in. It was a lot faster that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easier.
The original assembly line. Fuck you, Ford. That's how we do it in the fields, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when you go back, like I mean, like your family? I'm guessing your dad, does he work in oil field still, or what does he do?
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. Still works in the oil field. 18-wheelers, CDL.
Oh, nice.
Man, mad respect,
yeah.
man.
Gotta ask
Mad
my
respect
man,
to him. Shout out
Big
to him.
Joe about him. I know him.
That's
man.
right. He called me.
Yeah.
That's the guy that called me, and he's one of our best friends as well, Big Joe. He's like, hey, what are you getting into? And I'm like, no, I'm doing an episode right now or whatever, but he was just hitting me up, and that's what he does, man. That's what he does. He's on the road. So man, shout out to you, your family.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all hard workers, and it's all love from the Patchboyz, man. We appreciate you giving us the time. You good? You got any other?
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I think it was great how you came in, and I like people don't know this, but you caught traffic on I-20, and I get that too because I've been caught myself plenty of times.
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of accidents here in between
ton.
Odessa and Midland.
Yeah,
Especially
if you're coming from Pecos too. You know what I mean?
That's
I-20.
That's the fucking highway right there.
And you drove over here. You came on it, and I really appreciate that. And we respect that too.
For sure.
So we're gonna be watching your fights, bro, like crazy because
You made lifelong fans, brother. Just so you know.
That's my son and them were happy. Like when I sent him your profile, and he's like, "She will be there, bro." So he brought his buddy with him. And they're trying to get another buddy, but he wasn't answering. That's his loss, baby. You know what I mean? But but I think they were so happy that you came in. I appreciate you signing their stuff, and
sure, man.
we're gonna get you to sign that hard hat before you leave too, because that's how we get to everybody.
That's how we get
bro.
it.
Yeah,
here,
man. At least the guys that are musicians and artists and fighters. We had Leonard Garcia sign that too, bro. So
nice.
that guy's a killer too, man.
man.
Yeah. But thanks again. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Yeah,
and
thank you for having me on.
yeah,
Thank you, man.
dude.
Thank you
again.
for the time. And anytime you're in, West Texas, give us a call, man. We always like to have a conversation. Get shit off your chest. Talk a little bit of shit.
Yeah,
It's always a good time, man. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Thank you to everybody
man.
listening.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Guys, wanted to come out here and say, give these guys a shout out, give them some support. That's Underdog Wireline. They believe in us. We believe in them. That's the whole model we're using because they really do. But I want to put this out there. They do completion, production, pipe recovery. You need a well perforated. You need a well logged. Give these guys a call. They know what they're doing. They send their best out every time. Look, I'm not just saying that. I'm just telling you. That's the damn truth, Put out emergency trial trailers and cool down trailers. So do what you can. Give them a call at 432-247-1033.
This episode is sponsored by Collide. Now, you might remember Fraxat from our previous episode. The man's from Midland, he's a roughneck, and he built a really cool app called Collide. Now, this app is a community app for the oil and gas industry, where you can join forums to ask questions and to share information. Let's say you're looking for a job, you want more money, you want to move up in the industry, look at Collide Jobs. This app features impressive AI tools. It has a very advanced YouTube-like platform, and you can search any topic in energy videos. Look, this app even has an AI bot where you can ask questions and it will answer them instantly. So look, it's free. Sign up now at collide.io.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm here and I'm happy to announce to everybody that we got our first official sponsor with Patchboyz Podcast. And that sponsor is BEST, BEST, Belloc Energy Service and Transport. These guys do all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to have to read it off because it's so much shit that I cannot even get it out without reading it, right? So these guys do environmental remediation work, transport, welding, sandblasting, coating, rastabout, and they literally say they can do it all. And I know these guys, I've known these guys for a long time. They're family oriented, they're based here in Midland, and they're born and raised here. So support these guys. Give them a call.
We the Patchboyz.